Our first special guest, besides teaching at Monash University, Professor Dr. Kriengsak Chareonwongsak was involved in economics research at the Impact Research Centre, University of Melbourne, and at Telecom Australia. Currently, Dr. Kriengsak is a senior fellow at the Harvard Kennedy School, Harvard University, and elected member of the board of directors of Harvard Kennedy School Alumni Association. He was an advisor to a prime minister and elected member of parliament before 2006 House dissolutions. And he was also the vice chairman of the Committee on Economic Development in the House of Representatives, and he was an executive board member for the Democrat Party in Thailand. Now, I would like to invite on the stage Professor Dr. Kriengsak Chareonwongsak, former Prime Ministerial Advisor, Chairman, Nation Building Institute, NBI. For a few words on the stage, please help me welcome Dr. Kriengsak on the stage. And Professor Dr. Kriengsak, please share with us a few words. Thank you.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's my deep pleasure to be invited to be presiding over this various sets of award ceremony. I was invited to be here, hearing the word the global economics, which is part of my life. I have been teaching and researching in economics. I was working around the globe. And my current appointment is at Harvard University. And the global economy is at a place where we are very concerned. Therefore, when invited to come here to address you for a brief moment, I would like to share that it's indeed correct that we are going through some oscillation of economic situation, sometime up, sometime down, but the market economy with a capitalist system is often the case. But what we need to look, apart from the continual up and down, the boom and the bust, and also the events that we have seen, crisis over the years. I remember many of the past crises. For instance, 1997 crisis started here in Bangkok and traveled the globe. And then I remember vividly the year before, subprime crisis in the US. At that time, I was walking at Harvard Square, visiting a bank. And then I noticed in 2006, 2007, the bank was trying so hard to get me to take loan to buy housing. I told them that I have no intention to stay that long. I wanted to return home after teaching there for a few years. Therefore, I don't want to buy a house. They said, no, please take the loan. And I realized that when the loan is being given so easily, something is cooking. And a crisis may be coming eventually. Soon after, the year after, there was a subprime crisis in 2008. Hence, the whole world going through this entire period of boom and bust, crisis that intervene and punctuated our economy once in a while. My feeling is this, that was an overall picture that we have to face, and now we're facing stagflation like we have never really seen before. For the last maybe 70, 80 years, we are fighting inflation. Without boring you with the details and mechanism of how to handle them in the global economies, let me address more specifically on what we can do as corporations. It's clear corporations today have much more understanding of the mindset of responsibility for the society. CSR was started, if I may say, from my very center at Harvard University, which I was attached to, called the Center of Business and Government. CSR is well known and become part of what organization, corporation around the world are acting upon. But let me name you what can we do apart from CSR version 1.0 I call, where you donate just a little bit of what the profit in the corporation and give it to the society to help out. Those are great, and that is the version I call myself CSR 1.0. I call CSR 2.0 upgraded, better version for corporation to do is not only to donate part of it, but also to have good governance, corporate good governance, CGG I called in my writing. That means we need to govern our corporation, usually through the board of directors, so that we do properly, so that we have good governance. And that is recognized worldwide. I teach a lot of courses for directors in various listed companies around the world. And obviously, we recognize how important it is now to have CGG, I call CSR 2.0 version. But I think what we need to do is to move further to CSR 3.0, which I would like to call CSV. What do I mean by that? I believe that corporate social value is very important, that we must ensure that corporation in every single components and process and things we do create social value, which is not just creating profit alone, but some social value needed to be taken care of. We hear very well the introduction this evening, which to be honest surprised, I didn't realize that this family who is sponsoring this, they're all my good friends. I knew them for decades. Kun Prachai, Leo Pailat, Kun Pratip, Leo Pailat, Dr. Pramon, Leo Pailat, they're all my contemporaries, and I knew them very well. Congratulations. Now the next echelon of their offsprings have come forward to take the presidencies, vice presidencies of the companies. And I'm gratified to see their social responsibility. Obviously, they were cleaning the landfills, as you've seen. You notice how they making sure it's carbon neutral by certain years in this coming near future. And I'm certain they'll move forward further to net zero emission, for example. That's called social responsibility, which I think I'm very happy to hear tonight, listening to probably son of Pratip, I suspect, who was speaking right here this evening. Yes, it is social responsibility and social value being created. Congratulations. Kun Prachai write me by social media every day. The big boss write me every day what he is doing. I hear some of these stories before and on the various things he's doing. I'm thankful that it's a good company that is exemplifying the concept of CSR 3.0 I mentioned, corporate social value, taking care of the environment, taking care of the society and others. Let me move quickly to my CSR 4.0, my own concept in this paradigm of corporation, which I would like to call corporate nation building, CNB. We can do everything that have corporate social value, every components, every process, everything we do, produce some social values, great. But existing in a country or in a nation, like Thailand, for instance, as an example, we could produce all the social value, but the ultimate, what we do together as an aggregated whole, can we bring forward nation building so that the nation is moving forward and able to be something what we desire for? Can we produce the well-being of the people? Can we eradicate some of the poverty? Can we help the disparity that is happening Can we help socially, even politically, in a wholesome way? I assume that the word nation building now is spreading all over Thailand because my institute was founded at Harvard University when I was there many years ago, and it exists in Thailand to build an institute to train leaders, executive leaders in the public sector, private sector, and people sector. In fact, the one prime minister, I've already part of our course, 6 deputy prime minister, maybe 30 cabinet ministers. We have civil servants, the top one, the permanent secretaries of various ministries, director generals, we have judges, we have attorney generals, we have president of university, we have professors, we have corporation leaders, we have the military, the police, the governor of provinces, and so on, joining us in the effort for CNB in corporate nation building. Therefore, I would like to congratulate companies that have social conscience. I have been writing a book for 10 years now, but not quite finished in English. The book is going to call Virtus Capitalism. Virtus is Latin. It obviously means, for example, virtue. Capitalism sounds like dog eat cat's world, but it can turn into virtus capitalism with goodness if we have that CSR 4.0 in mind. Let me declare to you that I'm very happy tonight to preside over the award ceremony by the fact knowing that the aim of the global economics is to honor those who done well and done good for the society. And therefore, congratulations. I hope that by my little speech tonight, it will help you all who are receiving the awards to take your organization forward, not only doing good, just a bit for the society, but take the whole organization forward to make sure that corporate nation building is here in Thailand, alive and well, so that the whole world too will be impacted as a model example, so that the world will do better without waiting for the normal, lifeless, mechanistic global oscillation of boom and bust. But we can do something to do good for the society. Thank you very much.